Yo, Dan, man's not cold. No, man's not cold. Nah, man's not cold. Man's not cold. Nah, man's not cold. Anywhere, man's not cold. No, nah, man's not cold. Trying to convince you man's not cold. I guess it's impossible, cause man's quite stupid, and man doesn't realise that man's never cold. Nah, yeah, yo. Check the statistics. Yeah. I guess it's true that man's never cold. Man's never cold, nah, man's never cold. Mum told me to put on my coat. I said, man's not cold, never ever. Man's not cold, nah, yeah. I don't know how to make myself cold. How can I do it? It's quite impossible, yeah. It's extremely hard. Check the statistics, yeah. Let's do some quick maths, yeah. 2 plus 2 is 4. 4 plus 4 is 8. 8 plus 8 is 16. Times 2 is 32. Times 2 is 64. Times 2 is 128. Times 2 is 256. Times 2 is 512. Times 2 is 1024. Times 2 is 2048. Times 2 is 4096. Quick maths thing. Yeah, bruv, man's not cold, nah, man's not cold. Man's never cold, nah, man's not cold. Never, ever, man's not cold. Never, ever, man's not cold. Man's not cold, man's not cold. Trying to convince me man's not cold. Man says, man, go to Scotland, then you'll be cold. I said, no, man's not cold anywhere. Yeah, man's not cold anywhere. Yeah, no. Yeah. Man's never cold anywhere. Nah. Man's not cold. 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 The thing goes skiddy da. Yeah. Ha. Yeah. Man's not cold. Man's not cold. Nah, man's not cold. Man's never cold. Nah, man's not cold. Try to convince my mum that man's not cold, but man's so stupid, man doesn't realise that man's not cold. Man's never cold. Man goes to meet Santa. Man's not cold in the North Pole. Nah. And man's not cold in Lapland. Yeah. Never ever cold anywhere. Nah. Yeah. Never ever. Yeah. Guess it must be a southern thing. Guess gotta check the statistics. Yeah. Man's not cold. Man's not cold. Yeah. Man's not cold. Man's not cold. Man's not cold. Man's never cold. Nah, man's not cold. My mum said, put on your coat. I said, Mum, man's not cold. Man's not cold. Man's not cold. Man's never cold. Nah, man's not cold. Man's not cold. Man's not cold. Man's never cold. Nah, man's not cold. Nah. Yeah. Nah. Yeah. Quick maths. Yeah. 2 plus 2 is 4. Minus 2, that's 2 quick maths. Yeah. Man's not cold. Man's not cold. Man's not cold. Man's not cold. Yeah. Yo. Man's not cold. Never cold. Minus 50 degrees. Man's not cold. Never. Ever. Never ever cold. Never ever cold. Try to convince me. Guess it's a shivering thing. Yeah. Yo, down. Yeah.